Welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. Pull up a bar stool and join us for a random conversation, guaranteed to make you think or your money back.
Hey guys, welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast, episode number 48.
Dun, da, 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 da.
Very close to 50, and that's Chris.
Hey, how's it going?
Doing some sound effects.
Yeah, that's my version of beatboxing.
Oh, it's amazing.
Lame.
Yeah. If I hear you doing that on the side of the street, asking for money,
could happen.
Yep.
I'm on the wines now, so it could happen.
Could.
Next few hours.
Next few hours, yeah. I'll go make some money.
I need more wine. Yeah. So, anyway, how has your week been, Sam?
Yeah, pretty good. 2 trips to Auckland.
Yes.
Which is pretty good.
Well, it's good for the podcast because it gives us something to talk about.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, no. So the 2 trips to Auckland were to SMCAKL, and I am now saying that. I used to not be able to say SMCAKL. It just bugged the hell out of me. But so many people, it's in such common use that
It's in common use with people we know. So
yeah. So it's Social Media Club Auckland. And the hashtag for them is hashtag SMCAKL, rather.
Yeah.
That doesn't at all say SMCAKL.
No, that's fine. That's right. I think we've discussed this in previous episodes, so...
Oh, have we? Oh, okay.
Just
go
with SMCAKL.
So, yeah, it was Passion's Gone Viral. Was that the name of the topic?
Sounds great.
Yeah. And so there was a fantastic panel. There was Jim that's not Jim, cartoons by Jim that's not Jim, but he's something else.
Is it Bevan?
It was a B.
A B.
I don't know. I think it was Brian. No, I can't remember.
Anyway, cartoons by Jim.
Cartoons by Jim that isn't actually written by Jim. And
then Jimmy Hunt, whose name is Jimmy.
Yeah, and Jimmy's cool. Jimmy is a cool dude. I've met him before. And Michelle Dickinson, who I've also met before.
Yes.
I'm waiting for a comment there, but
no comment. She's Nano Girl on Twitter.
Yep. And she's on the Paul Henry show like twice or 3 times a week or something. I mean, I think she's in the mornings, isn't she? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe
you'd hope so, because that's when her show's on.
Yeah. I'm like, that's every day, but I don't think.
I think
she's only there once a week.
I think it's once a week for her science little blurb.
Her science blurb, and she's just started a new podcast as well, apparently, or she's about to start it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Anyway, so that was pretty good. It was a good drive up. It was good catching up with everybody, seeing a few people there. I wasn't on my best form, actually, to be fair. I don't think. I didn't talk to as many
In what
people.
regards? Oh, talking to people?
Yeah. I wasn't my ebullient self.
That weird guy at the start threw me a little bit. Well, I didn't want to talk to him. He was quite... He's quite interested in the Indian that's been living in New Zealand for 20 years.
Yeah.
So where are you from? What part of India?
Mumbai. What do you do? IT. Oh, of course, you're from Mumbai. What else would you do?
Yes.
But yeah, no, that was interesting. No, the topics were cool. I mean, I did really appreciate Brooke.
Howard Smith.
I always forget I know his double-barreled last name and I always get it wrong. Brooke Howard Smith did a bit of a presentation about the Cure Kids song.
Yep.
So Cure Kids and the All Blacks have got together to do a song for the World Cup, like our Team World Cup, and it's all the proceeds of this song goes to Cure Kid, and they've done it with Taika Waititi and Jermaine Clement and a whole bunch of other people. Dave Dobbins in there, Hayley. Is it Hayley?
No.
Brooke Fraser, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Brooke Fraser, yep.
I always get those two.
Jen Wigmore's in there.
Yeah. It's really cool. They've got a long video, which is possibly a little too long, but it gives
14 minutes long.
Yeah, it gives the whole story of what they did. So they talk to these kids and go, what could we do to win the World Cup? And they said stupid things like, get there before any other team and run all the tries across so we can get 100 tries before the other teams start.
Ride a unicorn, I think, was one.
Yeah, ride a unicorn, shoot lasers out of your eyes, use giant robots. There was all sorts of stuff that kids... would just say, yeah, why don't you do that? Because that makes sense. And so they made that into the song. And the thing is, if you don't watch the whole video and then you listen to the song, I don't think it makes any sense at all.
No,
but
you're
they
correct,
are clever enough to get that 14-minute video and break it into half a dozen little videos.
Yeah.
So if you do see a video, and you go, oh, that's what Chris is waffling on about today, and you go, but it doesn't really say much because it's only 3 minutes long. It's a portion of that 14-minute video, which is cool.
Yeah, we'll link to the full one in the show notes.
Yeah.
And
I liked it. I thought it was good. What did you think?
Yeah, it was great.
I like the song.
I liked Dave Dobbin's role that they made for him.
It was awesome, actually. That was really, really good. Ah, God, the silence when I laugh.
Yep.
Anyway.
Got to capture the old laughofchris.com, whose domain's finally transferred over. So I start building that website. I had a long, lengthy discussion in the car yesterday when we yet again travelled to Auckland, but this time we were driven.
Yes. It was friend Chris Williams drove us up in the car, and so it was 6-seater.
Super spacious Toyota, whatever it was.
Well, it was pretty good. I mean,
it was not too bad.
Yeah, so...
He kept claiming that he'd been How many people did he say was in there?
Oh, we had 7 people here.
7
and all
people,
the camping gear.
all the camping gear for 4 days. Okay.
Yeah, well, if they were in their sleeping bags when they were sitting down, I mean,
they might have just
I don't know.
packaged everyone in there.
Yeah, there might have been a hell of a lot on top of that car, like just piled up.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's some sort of trickery going on when he claimed that.
Yeah, but anyway, so in that trip up, we had my new H5 Zoom. I haven't talked about my new H5 Zoom, have I? Because I didn't have it last time.
No, you didn't. But who was in the car with us, Chris, as well as your new H5 Zoom?
Well, along with me and Sam and the H5 Zoom.
And Chris driving.
We had Paige Larianova, who was our first AD on Only Humane, so I might have mentioned her there. And I've also mentioned she's doing some filming this weekend, which will be...
Called Mime.
Yeah, the filming will be over by the time you hear this. But yeah, Mime. And we also had from Neil Before Pod... we had Sash and Ben.
The Hamilton chapter of Neil Before Pod. Although we did see the other half of Neil Before Pod.
Although I think they're all Neil Before Pod now because he's Will's sort of stepped away from it, hasn't he?
No, that was just a temporary thing. You need to listen to their latest podcast, Chris, and keep up.
I don't.
He's back in the fold.
I'm terrible with...
Yeah, you never know what's going on.
My podcast thing list is like, you have 100 podcasts downloaded and waiting to be listened to. I'm like,
Yeah, the trick is trying to work out who to prioritize.
I know. So anyway, and it sounds bad when I say I know, and then you know that I've already not prioritized Neil Before Pod.
Yes. And where were we going last night, Chris? What were we going to in Auckland?
Well, no, I'm going to say, before we said that, we got busted out the H5.
Yes.
And we were having a sort of impromptu podcast-type event in the back of the car. So we had 2 microphones wandering around the car as we're driving up.
Have you listened to any of this yet?
A lot of crap was said. No, I haven't, actually. Mainly because we got home at 2 a.m., I had to be at work at 8 a.m. I woke up after 8 a.m. I haven't listened to anything.
Fair enough.
And I've just got home from work now, pretty much. So, anyway. So we were going up to see the one, the only, Kevin Smith.
Yes. Kevin Smith, director of Clerks. That's sort of kicked off his career.
Yep.
Which he self-funded.
Which I've never seen.
No, Dogma,
which
More
I
Rats,
loved Dogma. And More Rats I liked. I couldn't say I loved More Rats, but I really liked it. I
started watching Dogma the other day, and I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, really?
It was like first 10 minutes, I was like, But I think I was just tired, but I was at work, so
it was a long. I remember seeing it back in the day, like when it first came out. I loved that movie. I rented it on video like 3 times. Yeah. I really liked it. I was rebelling against religion at the time, I think too. Which
true. That would have worked quite well for you. That movie.
Yeah, and I like Ed Stone probably at that age.
And he's a prolific podcaster with Smodcast and a few other ones he does.
Yeah, it's funny too because so I don't know. Did you see the article I wrote on LinkedIn?
Yep.
The post I wrote.
Just read it before.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Is like, okay, I was going up ready to be entertained. I'd never seen Clerks, but I'd heard of it. I think I tried to watch it once, but it was black and white and went, no, I'm not going to watch that. Like Dogma, and I liked More Rats, and I saw one video on YouTube where he talks about the story about being asked to do some writing for is it Superman Returns or
Yeah,
Superman something
yeah.
anyway? Which is if you can find it on YouTube, can we link to that? If
We'll find it.
Yeah, it's the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen. So I said, right, yeah, I'll plonk down my money, but I was totally prepared to be entertained, but I didn't expect him to be quite so profound. And I sort of don't want to say the word profound because it sounds a bit...
Yeah, I've
but-
listened to a couple of his podcasts years ago. I used to listen to Jay and Silent Bob Grow Old. That's him and Jason Mewes, and that was quite entertaining. And then I just forgot to re-listen to him because I swapped phones and blah blah blah. And it was a bit more like I knew it was entertaining, definitely, but yeah, it was a bit more profound than
Yeah. So you can check out my LinkedIn, Chris Hanlon on LinkedIn. You just search that, or Chris Hanlon NZ. You might want to do. And there's a post I did there on what I learned, and it encapsulated some of the themes that seem to come through on his stories. I thought they were really cool. Mind you, to be fair, I wrote that post so I'd remember them, not for everybody else. But
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. It was good. It was a great night. But also, it was all the people we went with and all the people that were there that we met up with. So
Yeah.
there was Will Fleming from Podfellas was there.
His wife did not
And-
seem impressed at all.
With anything? Or just with us?
No, just anything. I don't think.
Oh, I thought it was just you.
No, it was. I honestly. No, yeah, I know that, but I honestly don't think she wanted to be there. Because
Whereas guys' missus seem to be quite happy.
yes, they've just moved in together.
Oh, have they?
Listen to their podcast.
Oh, God, it's on my list. I'm like 4 behind.
They've moved. They've moved flat apartments or flats or whatever in Auckland from that one they're in to the one next door.
Oh,
All of them.
All of them with Harley as well.
Yeah. 300.
So we should say Guy Pigden is the writer and director of I Survived the Zombie Holocaust.
Yes.
And
flatmate and
interviewed
best
his
friend.
flatmate and best friend and lead actor Harley Neville for the
New Zealand Filmmakers
New
podcast
Zealand Filmmakers podcast, and that episode will be coming out
tonight.
by the time you listen to this. It will be out, so
Well-
you can actually go there.
Well, Chris has to publish it, so but he's drinking wine, so we'll see how this goes.
It'll be done this week.
Tonight is when it'll
It'll
be done.
tonight.
The
Okay.
file's already uploaded, ready for you to just hit publish, basically.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
You just got to do
Okay.
the tags and categories, and I think you need to link to something. Looks like you need to link to a video
Right.
on the post. Anyway, jog your memory later.
Yeah. Jog my memory on my second glass of wine. That'd be
So we also saw Joe Hitchcock, who's cinematographer on a lot of films that everyone does.
Yeah.
And he's cool.
He was our cinematographer for Only Humane. He's a cool guy. And it's funny because Tato Gray. So Tato is her nickname.
Is Tato that chick you're talking to at the end?
I gave her a hug. Yeah, that girl.
Yeah.
And her boyfriend Dan. And it's funny, I've known her for years and years, and her name's Sarah, but we always called her Tato. And
As in potato.
yeah, because she's a vegetarian.
Ah.
So Tato is a nickname, and she's got herbivore tattooed across her shoulders.
Oh, right, as you
you
do.
She's a cool chick. She's a really cool chick. But when I met her, I sort of couldn't remember her real name, Sarah, and I didn't know if anybody else called her Tato, and so I didn't want to say that. So I was like, "Oh, hey, Dan. Hey, how are you?" And gave her a hug, and I couldn't remember her name until we left, and I was like, "Oh, it's Sarah. That's right." And then I looked. She commented on one of the Facebook posts,
Yeah.
and her Facebook name is Tato Gray.
Oh, well, there you go.
I was like, I could have just called her Tato. So if you're listening, which she probably isn't, but now that she's been mentioned, I'll have to tell her to check out this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Hello.
Adam
Hi.
McFall was just in front of us.
Yeah,
sort of.
Adam was.
I think he listens to the podcast occasionally.
Maybe he does.
I'm sure I've heard him say he's listened to it before.
Yeah, I actually, of all the people I know,
I think he is.
He's more likely to listen to it than some. Like
Hi, Adam.
Carl Hartley's more likely to try and be on here, but I swear if he's not in the episode, he's not listening to this shit.
I don't know if he's trying to be on it because he's he's the hardest man in the world to track down. He'll reply to something like 5 days later.
I've been hassling him about giving me a LinkedIn recommendation.
Yeah.
So Carl and I were I shouldn't say it like that, but we're best mates. We did everything together. We worked together. We were really, really close. And we aren't so much now because we don't work together, so we don't see very much of each other.
Yeah.
And I gave him a LinkedIn recommendation in 2013, and it's a freaking amazing recommendation. And I asked him to give me one.
He's still working on it.
Yeah, he's still working on it. It's going to be amazing when he's finished it. He's crafting that, yeah.
Making it
so
perfection.
I just keep hassling him every now and again about, you ever get around to doing that LinkedIn recommendation? But anyway, so that's cool. Anybody listening who knows me and knows how cool I am, they can give me a LinkedIn recommendation too. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, you're looking at me.
Yeah, no, that was the wine talking.
I don't really use LinkedIn. Not too fussed about it.
I love it. I think LinkedIn.
Well, LinkedIn
is huge.
Yeah, no, LinkedIn's definitely way better than Clout.
Let's not go there. Clout sucks because Clout doesn't score LinkedIn anymore.
Yeah. Clout's a waste of time.
We've already talked about that, so
we'll
ignore that one. So anyway, Kevin Smith. I knew he did Q&A, but I assumed he did Q&A after something. Now, in the Australian tour, which is called New Jersey Boys on Tour or something like that, they actually do. Him and Jason Mewes do a piece about getting, what do they call it? Silent Bob and Jay older.
Yeah.
They have a piece on that, followed by Q&A.
Yeah.
And I guess I just assumed that's what they were doing in New Zealand, but they didn't.
No.
First of all, Jason Mewes wasn't there.
Well, yeah. I don't know if he was in the country or not, because he posted a photo and said...
That photo was in Australia, though.
No, there was another one after that. There was a photo of him in Australia, and then he said, Jason Mewes and I are going to New Zealand. Remember, Jason Mewes' wife, Jen, I think it is their manager.
Right.
So she must have at least been in the country.
Right.
So...
Oh, yeah. So anyway, Jason Mewes might just not want to go on stage. Anyway, that's all good. I'm not really fussed, but I didn't expect what would happen. If I knew what would happen, you know me, I would have had a question. I'd been fucking running down to that mic.
Yeah, but I would have felt like some of the questions were a bit fanboyish and just geeky, and that's fine. But if I had to stand in a line all show, I wouldn't have enjoyed it.
Oh, hell no.
I would have been over it. I would have, after that, when the second question went for an hour and 20 minutes, I would have sat back down.
Yeah,
and that's just a personal thing.
Possibly would have been the same. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, I wouldn't be sitting there. But yeah, because that was the thing. He was like, oh, come down and ask some questions. There's some mics.
Because if you really wanted to, you could have just screamed it out, like some people did.
Or you could wave for the back mic, the runner. Mic to us. That would have been even better. You just sit on your chair and go.
That was epic.
I have a mic. Nobody took advantage of that. Nobody.
No.
Next year when he comes, we'll sit at the back again, and I'll find the mic person and go, bring the mic to me as soon as he goes.
Yeah.
Here's $5.
Yeah. $20.
Oh,
$20, yeah.
Here's $20. Yeah.
So you got
the old guy, one of the ushers kept, every time I came back with a beer, he goes, oh, is that not for me?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because that always happens.
Yeah. I'm like, how often do you do that in a night, dude? Has that ever worked for you?
No.
I'm sure it's got a few laughs.
So, a bit of a subdued day today, getting back at 2:30 almost.
Oh, yeah, so we we busted out the mics on the way back. We did record all the way to that first gas station, the BP.
Drury, I think it is.
Yeah, Drury or whatever. Yeah. Yep. And then we jumped back in the car, and then we were passing the microphone back and forth, talking crap, and actually quite deflated because we were all knackered. And I tell you how deflated I was. I forgot to press record. So an hour and a half later, when we got there,
I'm not 100% sure that's a bad thing. We were pretty tired and waffling.
We were trying to come up with ideas for a horror film.
Yeah.
That is probably best left not recorded.
We busted out the special photo, which we will... That's episode...
Jeez, I'd forgotten about that.
Episode 50. You wait for episode 50, guys, and we're going to bust out...
Only if there's enough comments. And
I don't care.
I bet you there's no comments.
I'll get some comments.
No, you're not allowed to put out the photo if there's no comments. Screw that.
I'm going to get some comments then. Fine.
Get some comments.
Done. Sorted.
Don't pay somebody in India to...
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. No. No,
I don't know.
No, that's a Carl Hartley trick.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
No, I wouldn't do that. What else was I going to say? I don't know. I was trying to come up with a Kickstarter dropkick, but I can't find any dropkick ones. It's
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you heard of the Everyday Messenger? A bag for cameras and essential carry. It's the most successful bag Kickstarter
You know that
ever.
little gay bag that I got that was too small?
That's from episode 1 of the Chris and Sam podcast. Yes, your little kangaroo pouch thing.
Yeah. Is
What?
it like a better one of those?
No, of course not. No.
Oh, damn.
No, not at
If it
all.
was, I would buy one.
I'm sure you would. It's better than that.
That's what I'm saying. Is it a better one of those?
Oh, sorry. I thought you mean is it a better version of that?
Well, no, I wanted... That's not what I wanted. I didn't want a handbag.
Oh.
I wanted a proper messenger bag. But
Well, I assume this is because it's the best thing on Kickstarter for a bag ever. They wanted $100,000. They got $4 million. 64 hours still to go.
Oh, shit. I might have to check that out.
I'll have to show it to you. It's got some panels in it, and it sort of can expand, and it's for photographers really, but you can put anything in it. Mm-hmm. And they've featured it everywhere. It's
because that'll be our sound bag with our microphones and our little desktop stands. So so I've got this new H5 Zoom, and that's for portable interviews. So right now, Sam and I are sitting at a desk with quite a big soundboardy thing.
Yeah.
A couple of arms that are holding microphones. He's looking at a screen. I'm looking at the back of the screen.
We've discussed this.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. But when I interview actors, directors, whatever I'm interviewing, caterers or whatever, I will be taking the H5 Zoom out into the field, taking 2 of these microphones with us, plugging them in. They have little tabletop stands so we can sit around a table and just shoot the breeze. It's almost as good as being right here.
Yep.
And it's in some ways it's better because, if I'm somebody's lounge, my flatmate won't come in opening the garage door.
Which could happen at any point right now.
Yeah, actually, she's
it.
due home, isn't she?
Yep.
Yes.
This bag's going to cost you $195 if you want one.
Yeah.
That's $55.
Maybe not.
That's $55 off the expected retail price.
That might be a no on that one then.
But it's the best bag in the world.
Yeah, but it's only 15 cents for a yellow one from Pack and Save.
Oh, Jesus, listen to him. And he thinks he's joking, but that would be something he would do. Oh, I got this thing.
Don't forget the nope.
I know. I'm trying to... There used to be, I'm sure, a filter. Is this it? No. Here we go, newest. I find it really hard sometimes to navigate Kickstarter. Like, you got to find these stupid buttons. Here we go. Let's find something really, really quick. In the new version, snake oil distillery, be different, send a smell in the mail. Actually, let's look at that.
Can you do good smells and bad smells? Hey, did we actually take a photo of this and did we try the...
No, I still haven't got a can.
Cans
No, I still haven't got a can. That's from last episode. You remember I got the can saver lid.
Yeah, which is a screw top that pops inside the lip of the can.
Which is like 1,000 times better than the one we looked at on episode 19.
Yeah, and it's only 10,000 times cheaper. 10,000% cheaper.
At least.
The other one was $125 each, and this one you got 6 for $1.99. So, yeah.
So these guys want 10 grand. They got 29 days to go. Oh, it's Australian dollars, so it's Australian. And no one's pledged. Be different. Send a personalised card along with your choice of smell to anyone in the world. Hang on, here we go. Just going to quickly read this. And what are the choices for the smell? Like,
well, how do you do it? Is it just like you buy some perfume and stick it on the freaking
No,
envelope?
it's a card, and it's got like a on both sides of the card. One side's a container, and the other's a little lid. And when you pop it open, you can smell the thing inside. Smellsender.com. But what sort of smells can they do? Like, can you go, I don't like you, here's some shit.
Here's a turd or here's an ocelot. Well, I don't like you a lot. I don't mind you, so here's some mildew.
It doesn't really say. The smells have been purchased, and they actually smell like they should.
Is that all it says?
Unfortunately, we decided to also offer bad smells, and soon found out that when doing a card with one of the bad ones, we have to open all the windows in the house as it is so horrible.
Oh, that's actually a good selling point.
Yeah, so it's interesting. It's smellcenter.com.
So how much are they after?
10 grand.
Which isn't a huge amount.
And for $8, you get 5 individual personalised cards with your choice of smell inside. I just wish they would list the smells that they do have. They don't.
It's insane that they don't. Maybe it's on the video and you just...
There is no video.
It's a drop kick. There's no video.
Yeah, they don't know what they're doing. I'm going to check out the website because I'm sure they must be selling on the website.
While you're doing that, I'll just say, so Mime did a Give a Little page, and that's a cause page, so it's not like you have to get to a certain point or you don't get the money,
that's right.
And I was advising Paige on what she should do, and I advised her to do that. And I actually wrote the copy for it. It's done quite well. I think she was after, off the top of my head now, I think she was after $600, and she was at $508. I think it closes tonight, so I don't think she's got a $600, but I think she'll be pretty happy with.
I'll have a look for you. Eh?
Yeah, well, you've got the.
It's $700. I'm sure it's $750 she wanted, and I think it closes next week. But close, Chris.
Yeah, well, I am at the bottom of my glass of wine.
$750, exactly as I said. $543.01, and it's got 4 days to go.
Who gave her the cent?
Adam McFall did.
Seriously?
Yeah, he said last night. He said for $40, if you donate over $40, you can get a credit in the film. And he goes, just before the Kevin Smith show, he said, I donated you $40.01.
Damn, I only put $40 in, but I thought it was $40 and more. I wrote
so.
The copy. That was my idea.
Wow, yeah. So, and he did that without realizing, Paige was there last night. So I think he was like, "Yeah, I just donated." So it's pretty cool because he just saw it on his phone and just did it.
Yeah, we have no idea
yes.
How many that is. Maybe we'll say 1,500. Some guy at the bar said it was 2,000, but I don't.
Your audio's gone really quiet. No, it's almost not recording you, and I haven't touched anything.
I haven't touched anything.
So.
Are we going? Oh,
yeah.
That worked.
Oh, yeah, there might be a whole bit in there. Oops. That's all right. We'll fill in the gaps later. I found this website. I finally found this badly designed website for smelcenter.com. It looks pretty terrible, and you can look all the smells. Are you ready, Chris? They've only got 12 smells that you can pick from. Go.
Okay, go for it.
Baby powder smell, bacon smell, barbecue smell, chocolate smell, coffee smell, fart smell, fish smell, grass smell, hot apple pie smell, poo smell, roses smell, and suntan lotion smell.
So there's only 2 bad ones?
Depends what you consider bad.
Poo and...
Fart.
But
anyway, they're $4.30 each. And, coming soon, birthday and Christmas cards with your choice of smells. They're obviously waiting for the Kickstarter to fully fund their... It's just... I can't really comment. I mean, it's such a weird idea. But
if somebody's got a... just announced that they're pregnant, would sending them a poo smell and saying...
Get used to it.
Congratulations, get used to it. Would that be considered bad?
Probably, because they'd be hormonal as well. So they'd be a bit batshit crazy. And they'd want
so
to
only do it
up.
if they're out of town and it's a bit of a
possibly
distance between you. Okay, all right.
But anyway, it's about time to wrap this up. We've rambled a bit.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I haven't even finished my wine.
I know, but we're pretty tired, to be honest.
So I was making a really big point when all my sound crapped out.
Yeah. Wrap it up then. Go, Chris. Kevin Smith sold out the Sky City Theatre we're in.
Yeah, Kevin Smith sold it out because he owns his crowd. He knows his audience. He talks to his audience. When he does a film now, his audience pays for it. So Tusk was made on the back of a bunch of people that wanted to do it. Well, actually, it was a financier, but it was because a bunch of people wanted to do it. Yoga Hoser was made.
Yoga Hoser, yep.
Because his audience wanted it to be done. And Moose Jaws will be made because his audience wanted it to be done.
Yes.
I know this says a lot about his audience. But, that's the point. I think going forward, all aspiring movie makers need to get their head in the game of we want to do crowdfunding, not to get the funding, but to build the crowd.
Yeah, it's a very good point, actually.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I feel good. I feel vindicated that you think that's a good point.
No, that's a good statement, how you just put that.
Yeah.
So once Chris will probably have a free download all about that on his website very soon.
Yes, chrishanlon.nz is on its way.
Yes, it is.
All right. That's all for us.
But talking about websites, the chrisandsampodcast.com for all podcast episodes, show notes, and other things. Check us out on Facebook. Just search for the same thing. Twitter, pretty much the same.
Chris and Sam Pod.
Yep, that's the one. So
And
until next time, which will be episode 49, one step closer to episode 50.
Yeah, and don't forget, don't comment on anything that he tells you to comment on.
We're going to get some comments, guys.
They don't even know what.
I know, but it's worthwhile. Guarantee it. I might even Photoshop some extra bits into that photo.
Oh, that's not fair.
No, I'll put a border around it with some words and stuff.
Oh, no.
It'll be great.
Speech bubbles.
Yeah, well, that'll
That's
be great.
really
Yeah,
80s.
Yeah.
I've got, in that photo album,
I bet you do.
I have speech bubbles that you
The
used to be able
stickers?
to buy and stick on the photo.
Yeah, that was a thing, eh?
Yeah, it was a thing.
I bet there's someone out there that's made heaps of money from that back in the day.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, until next time, I'm Sam.
I'm Chris.
See ya.
Bye.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe and we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to tell your friend.